What's up guys, Mike here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about prep centers, and we're actually doing an interview with the owner of Prep Center LA, David Gonzalez. As always, do not forget to give this a big thumbs up, helps out to the YouTube algorithm. And then two, make sure you stick all the way to the end for this one. We are actually doing a massive giveaway related to his prep center. So this will be of interest to anyone who is already selling on Amazon or prospective Amazon sellers. You're gonna wanna stick around for this one because it's gonna be huge. Let's get into it. Today I have Dave Gonzalez from Prep Center LA. So a little bit of background, Dave runs a warehouse operation down in California. He has been helping our business out for the past several months. We do a lot of our business down in the US, so he takes care of a lot of the prep services before we send products into Amazon. How's it going today, Dave?
It's going good. How's it going, Mike?
I'm good, I'm good.
Pleasure to be here, boss.
So I just wanted to run through a few questions today, maybe talk about a few of the services that you offer and things like that, so we can give our viewers an idea of what a prep center is, how it can help their business, and really what the overall benefit is over some of the other options available.
It's essentially a warehouse where we can receive your inventory, inspect the inventory, and just prepare it in terms of specific guidelines that whatever platform you sell on has.
Is your prep center specific to just Amazon?
Yeah, so for right now, our prep center is specifically working with Amazon sellers. It is what we specialize in, but we are looking to expand into providing services and prep services for people who sell on Shopify and Walmart and any other really third-party platform where you can sell any products or goods. It could be Alibaba or anything.
Awesome. So what kind of services do you guys offer in terms of, say, bundles or labeling or anything like that?
Every single service that Amazon offers in terms of prepping, we offer and we match it. We actually offer at a discounted price as well. So in terms of adding FNSQ labels to your products, poly bagging, bundling, preparations for hazardous products, inspecting the product, receiving the product, even if you need a place that you can act as your own when you're talking to suppliers. We would also do registered agents. We would do virtual addresses, anything that you need to start an Amazon business and have peace of mind for your inventory of where it's being shipped to and the quality of the product itself. We offer it. So we just want to make sure that we're offering peace of mind to our customers every single day.
Awesome. So this kind of leads a little bit into my next question, but what are the advantages of using a prep center versus, bringing it into your own warehouse or house, or just sending it straight to Amazon from your supplier?
Well, you could always send it directly to Amazon's warehouse, but the issue is that a lot of suppliers are catching on to, for example, ONT8. Um, a lot of suppliers know exactly when they're shipping it out to an Amazon warehouse. So a lot of them will think that they're sly, they think that they're sleek, and they're going to send in, let's say you order 200 units of X product and you're missing one product. They can ship out, let's say, minus 20 units. And by the time that you find out, you're going to have to open up a case with Amazon just to figure out that your supplier never sent that item to begin with. Certain suppliers are even, as I mentioned to you before, are asking certain restrictions like, can you send us a picture of the box? Can you send us a picture of the tape? I know we had this experience not too long ago. If you would have shipped that product directly to Amazon, Amazon's not going to send you those pictures. And if you can't provide those
Right.
pictures to your supplier, now they're not liable to return those products to you. So if you would have sent it to us, obviously, which you did, we were able to get those pictures out to you, and you were able to get your money back for those products that were mishandled and came in with less quality than you expected. So that would be kind of like the benefit of sending it over to a prep center, just that communication, because Amazon's really backed up us. We're able to have a full customer experience where we can interact one-on-one and talk to you in person and let you know, hey, this is what we received, this is the quality in which we received, and this is the exact amount of units that we received. We have cameras all over, so the moment that we receive the pallet, if a supplier ever says, well, what if the prep center took those items, well, we can show proof that the moment that we receive the pallet, we have cameras placed 360 in our warehouse, so when we receive the pallet, each individual item each individual box that's taken out of the pallet, even the items taken out of those boxes, is shown on camera footage. So we're able to trace every single item that comes in and out of the warehouse.
The biggest thing is the peace of mind, knowing that the products you're getting are what you ordered, the quantity you ordered, the condition you ordered, things like that. So really
Exactly.
good opportunity for brand new sellers who don't know some of the requirements for prepping and labeling and things like that. They will take that off your hands. Dave's really good. He's fed me a ton of information, and I'd been selling for months on the platform before starting with Dave, and he's actually taught me a lot in terms of different things that need to be done for prep. And he thinks about things from a logistics and prepping standpoint that as sellers sometimes we don't necessarily think of, and has saved me in a bunch of different situations. So it's been really
Yeah.
good in that sense.
Thank you, thank you. And just to answer your question too, I mean, I wouldn't say it's always for small sellers. I would say it could be anywhere from small to medium range sellers and even to big sellers. We do have big sellers that work with us directly just because they can't receive the excess inventory at their own warehouse locations, or they might not be staffed, or they might not have the inventory available to be able to supply either the FNSKU labels, the polybagging, et cetera, because it's a full-time thing. And unless you're buying things in bulk, your cost could go up or it can go down depending on what kind of relations you have with your suppliers in terms of your packaging material. But it would definitely be cheaper to send it over to a prep center. And again, just the communication that we have with our clients every single day, it's very transparent and it's very direct.
Perfect. So then my next question would be cost. You mentioned cost a little bit. So
Correct.
what do you think the cost difference between a prep center versus prepping it yourself would be? And what are the advantages of going with a prep center?
Well, again, the cost to prep it yourself, if you were to ship out, let's say $1,000 worth of product, right? Let's say even $1,000 of packaging material versus us, where we're buying it in bulk, $50 to $100,000 worth, we're gonna get a lot cheaper discount. That's why we're able to offer really cheap discounted pricing when it comes to offering prep services. So we're able to match any of our competitors just because of the bulk. I know a lot of friends, and I have a lot of clients where I've advised them to prep themselves, but they realize the cost difference. It can go anywhere from $1 to $2 just to prep a single item. Um, I don't advise anybody to go to Home Depot and buy prep products. Even Amazon, at some points, they do have cheap prep products that you can prep yourself. But again, your pricing to prep products yourself could range anywhere from $1 to $3 per unit, depending on what you're buying and how you're prepping your products.
Right, perfect. All right, thank you. And then one big thing that people are probably going to ask, what is the average turnaround time that you can expect for products coming in versus when they leave your facility?
So the moment that it comes in, it really comes down to our client, how fast they want to send us over the FNSKU labels, the box labels, the pallet labels, and how they arrange their shipping. The fastest that we were able to have a turnaround time is about 10 pallets in a day. So the moment that we received it in the morning, we were able to send it out the day of, actually. So it depends on what kind of relationship we have with the client, whether they give us access to their to the background, whether they use inventory lab, they give us access to the inventory lab, or we could just manage as an authorized user. Then we can go ahead and process all that shipment planning and FNSKU labeling ourselves. So they don't have to worry about that. And that would be the fastest turnaround time. Definitely different every single scenario.
Right. So in an ideal situation, they have their ducks in a row, a pallet comes in, you can kind of expect it to go out sort of next day then.
Next day, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. But
Yeah.
fastest it's been the same day.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's awesome. You guys must
Yeah,
have had it figured out, so that's really good.
yeah.
So then do you specifically at Prep Center LA have any services that you offer above and beyond other prep services that you've seen out there?
Oh, of course, without a doubt. I
Can you tell us
myself,
about those a little bit?
yeah, so I'm not gonna drop any names of other prep centers, but there's a lot of barriers when it comes to using them, whether it's they want you to spend at least $5,000 minimum just to go ahead and get their prep services started. Some of them are a lot flexible. They'll ask you for a 500 unit minimum. Um, and when it comes to polybagging or bundling, they're very specific. And I understand their business models. They want everything to be efficient, as do we, but they want everything very streamlined. So if you complicate a pallet and you say you're gonna send in about 10 different SKUs, and now they're gonna look at that and they're gonna charge you a lot more for each SKU that comes in a variant. And us, work with you. We make everything tailored to you. We're not really the biggest prep center. I know we've been in business for about a couple of months now, but we're doing our best to make sure that we're tailoring and customizing everything to your guys' needs. So let's say, hey Dave, I'm only going to be able to send in 10 units, or I'm only going to have 20 units that we're going to return from Amazon's warehouse instead of having them dispose it. We work with everybody every single time. So there's no, hey, you need to reach this minimum or there's this requirement. We're very flexible. As you know, we're very flexible in terms of payment as well. So we're not very picky with that. So in terms of what we do above and beyond, if I needed to be here with my staff at 2 a.m, I'll be here at 2 a.m. If there's a shipment that needs to go next day and we're backed up, we will be here till 2 a.m. to make sure that your packages arrive and get sent out the next day. So really the communication too. I know a lot of prep centers don't have an open line of communication and the reps take forever to talk, but with us, we're on a text basis, email basis. So we make sure that we're responding to your guys' needs right away.
Yeah, perfect. And a little bit of background information. That's always been the case with Dave. He's really responsive and keeps an open line of communication. As Amazon sellers, we all know that things come up. Working with logistics isn't always the easiest. And I found that he's really accommodating, really helpful. And I would say using a prep center in general will just really give you that peace of mind to know that your inventory is being taken care of.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna drop any client's name, but there's one client in particular that tried to send me box labels that were for the wrong SKUs and almost sent out a whole pallet of wrong inventory to the wrong location. But good thing I let that one client know, right, Mike?
Yeah, I don't know who that could have been. I don't know how that would have happened, but I'm sure that you probably saved them a lot of headache and potentially even some money. So that's
Yeah, a lot
awesome.
of potentially lost inventory.
That's right.
So, but we're always making sure that all the items are accounted for and the right items are being put in the right box and shipped out to the right location. So we always go that extra mile. I'll break my back for every single one of my clients, making sure that everything's done on time and the way that they want it.
Awesome. So wrapping this up a little bit, overall, why Prep Center LA?
Well, just because of everything that I mentioned before, I mean, not many prep centers are willing to go above and beyond for you guys, especially as sellers. I'm able to offer a lot of customization, and I'm very flexible with everything in terms of pricing, what you need. If it's 10 items or 100 items, I treat it the same. Obviously, the pricing can range. Obviously, the more units that you send in, the cheaper your cost per prep will be. But I'm not nickel and diming anybody. I'm always making sure that your item gets sent where it needs to be sent and making sure that everything is accounted for and that your suppliers are treating you the way that they should be. Because a lot of suppliers nowadays are either sending false items, fake items, inauthentic items, expired items, and you wouldn't know if you send it directly to Amazon, and you wouldn't know until a month in advance. Like a month later until Amazon lets you know what's wrong with your product. So we want to make sure that we're relieving those headaches firsthand before it even touches Amazon's warehouse.
Awesome. Perfect. So where can people find you if they're looking for more information or want to get some of your services?
Yeah, so you guys can reach out to us at prepcenterla.com. You could also find us on Instagram at prepcenterla, or you could reach out to me directly at Dave Gonzi on Instagram, Davegonzy.
Awesome. And I will link wherever you see this video. I will have a link so you can find their website. You can get access to Dave. You can follow him on social media. His TikTok is absolutely hilarious.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. So thanks for taking the time today. If any of you have questions that you maybe don't want to take directly to Dave, I'm available as well. I'm a little bit biased because he's been awesome to us and treats us well, but I'm happy to answer any questions as I know he is.
All right, guys. So as an added bonus for my boy Mike, for the first 20 people that hit me up on Instagram, Dave Gonzi, Davegonzy, I'm gonna hook you guys up with a 500 free items. That includes whether you need FN skewed or polybagging. So claim for the first 20 people only 500 free prepped items for my boy Mike.
Wow, that's awesome. We didn't talk about this before the call, so that's some free value right there, you guys. This is literally hundreds, if not $1,000 worth of value. So I highly recommend you guys take advantage of that. That's awesome. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, anytime. There's no fine print. So just come claim your 500 free units and I'll prep them for you guys.
All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for sticking all the way to the end. I hope some of you can take advantage of that awesome giveaway. Again, I will include all of Dave's information down in the description so you can reach out and claim your free prepped products. Please do not forget to give this a big thumbs up. Helps out the YouTube algorithm immensely. As well, do not forget to go over, subscribe, and do notifications. That will let me know every single time I post a new video. I have already done some interviews with other people, and we will be doing giveaways of some sort, and we will be doing many more of these coming in the future, and they will all be Amazon related and get you guys hooked up with some free stuff. Have a great day, guys, and take care.